One of the questions I get asked all the time about solar is, when do we clean it? How do we clean it? Does it even get cleaned? Do we wait for the rain? I have an expert with me today. His name is Daniel with Solar Care of Bakersfield, and we're going to answer some of those questions for you. Solar cleaning coming right up. Hey there, it's Daniel, your local Bakersfield expert and your favorite realtor. Leasing it, but you just need to know what you're getting into and whether you're going to buy or sell. So as promised, I have Daniel from Solar Care of Bakersfield here, and we're going to handle some of the questions that come up a lot once you own solar. The goal with solar is what? To save money, to make sure your panels are clean. So we want to find out, how do we clean them? When do we clean them? So let's ask Daniel.
So to get them cleaned, we recommend a high filtration system and then a water-fed brush to make sure that you clean them. Give us a call, we'll come out and clean them for you. We also recommend that when you have them cleaned, to at least get them cleaned about every quarter. You'll notice a significant difference in your production. Your production will not only increase, which then translates into you paying less for electricity, and your panels are producing a little bit more consistency.
I have seen many people that basically just shoot their hose up on the panels and they call it good.
So comments on that, usually we kind of call those hosers that sit in the parking lot or the driveway and hose the panels off. I would suggest, if you think you're doing a good job by hosing your panels off just from sitting on your porch there, leave your car in your driveway for a month, let's say 3 months. Because that's about every quarter, right?
Okay.
So leave your car there for 3 months and hose your car off. Wash it as good as you can from the same distance that you're hosing your panels off.
So climb on your roof.
So climb on your roof and shoot it down on your car. And then once you're done, go get in your car, look through your windshield and tell me how clean that windshield is. That is a good example of what sunlight is coming in to make your solar panels work and move around. So
no bueno.
No bueno. It is really not good. So we don't really recommend going up or going around your house to hose them off. We recommend you call somebody to come out and have them professionally cleaned. Essentially, once we're done, you'll notice a significant difference in your panels, even if you are hosing them off, because we don't hose them off. We physically scrub them clean. As you see in some of the videos posted here, we scrub them clean. We scrub all the dirt off, all the grime. The bristles are soft enough to not scratch the surface of your solar panels, but are very firm enough to get all of the junk and gunk that's up there, often birds, bird droppings, things like that.
Now, so speaking of birds, even though this is hot, this is summer, birds still make nests, but they tend to make them more in the winter months. Am I right? Well, at least pigeons, right?
Pigeons are almost a 24/7 bird. Doves will come periodically. They usually come in the fall and the spring. They'll set up their nests and they'll leave. Pigeons, once they come to your house with the solar, they often will go underneath your panels. They'll roost, and they'll cause significant damage to your home. We've been in business for quite some time, and we've seen a thing or two.
How long, by the way?
We've been in business for 5 years.
Okay.
So in
Been
5
around.
years,
That's 5 summers.
5 summers,
5
5
winters.
over 100 and plus degrees.
Yeah.
So we have had people purchase things like owls and put them on the roof thinking that would help, and it doesn't.
Or shoot it with the hose.
We've had customers shoot them with a hose. We've had them try to poison them. We've had customers shoot them with pellet guns.
Oh, no. There's got to be another way. Is there another way?
There is another way.
For crying out loud.
Right. There is a way. There is a way.
How do we make sure that they don't nest under our panels and that they don't come back and that we don't have to annihilate an entire tribe of pigeons and fowl of some sort?
Okay. So the best way to take care of a pigeon or bird or rodent underneath your solar panels is to clean everything out from underneath the solar panels.
You'll do that?
We do that.
Oh, praise
We do that. Then once everything's cleaned out underneath, we recommend that you then put a critter guard on. Critter guard is what it's called. We call it pigeon proofing. Other people call it different things.
Can I buy that, or do you have that?
So there's a couple different ways. I recommend that we purchase it simply because we are able to get a better deal than what most people get, whether you're on Amazon or any other sort of website.
And here's the thing, you're the expert.
Right,
This is
we've been
why
doing
we
it for a
pay you
while,
all the money.
right?
I want you to do it I don't want to get up on my roof and mess. I want you to do it.
Right. Well, sometimes we've come across
And don't
homeowners,
you want him to
right?
do it?
I don't want to do it, but I'll do it. So we have come across homes that have had such a bad pigeon problem that the pigeon droppings are considered toxic. What happens is it's accumulated so much when the pigeon droppings are dry and it gets broken up, the particles get into the air and it becomes toxic because it's so much.
Your AC could be up there.
Your AC,
we don't need that sucked up into the
pigeon
ducting.
droppings
No.
on certain roofs.
Yeah.
If you have a composition roof, the acidity in the poop when the rain does come is going to eat away at that composition a lot faster. Not only if you have, say, a cement or shingle type roof, the cement tile will work like a dam, and then the water that is accumulated there will then go underneath your roof tiles.
Damn.
And now you'll be starting to experience some roof damage. So it is always better to be proactive than reactive on these situations.
When do we know, okay, we're cleaning now, we're protecting from pigeons now? What time of year are we doing this?
So usually to clean the panels, we recommend May, June is really about the season, and then about every other month or every 2 months, we would recommend getting it cleaned just in the Bakersfield area. You're gonna experience dust a lot more than, say, somewhere up in the mountains or somewhere near the ocean. The other is we have a lot of ag in the area, so they're always tilling the fields, they're always shaking the trees. So you want those panels cleaned a little bit more frequently. So certain trees will accumulate dust a lot more, they'll hold on to it. And then when we get those good winds that come through Bakersfield, that dust is gonna go onto your panels a lot more. So take a look around in your backyard. What type of trees do you have? Do you notice that they hold dust a lot more? Are they letting it go? Just because certain trees are just gonna do that. Based on that, I would recommend getting your panels cleaned a little bit more frequently then. Okay. If you don't have any trees in the area, then you might be able to go a little bit longer. A good way to know when you need to have your panels cleaned too is look at your production level. Have us come out, have us clean them. Notice, then compare your numbers. What was it producing prior to that? What is it producing after we're gone? Compare those two numbers and you should see the difference of what you're producing now. The average increases anywhere between as little as 5% to as much as 35%.
Wow.
Every home in Bakersfield is different. We have some customers that sign up for 6 months of service because they want their panels cleaned throughout the whole summer months. I mean, for me, Bakersfield's got 2 degrees of weather. It's hot and not so hot. So right now it's hot and it'll remain hot until about November. And so we have customers that will have it cleaned all the way until November. You'll notice also in our previous chat there about the birds, when do you know you've got a bird problem? So there are certain areas in Bakersfield that have it worse than others. But I will say that you'll notice birds when you notice some more bird droppings in and around your home. Maybe you'll wake up one morning and you'll notice that there's an egg or two that's fallen off the roof and it's on your back porch area. Maybe in the middle of the night you're hearing a little bit more pigeons cooing and cawing, or in the morning you hear it a little bit more. Give us a call, we can come out, we can take a look, and we can tell you right then and there whether you do have a bird problem or you don't. It's always better to be proactive rather than reactive in a situation like this.
Especially with the birds.
Especially with birds.
Or the rodents. Weren't you talking about rodents?
Rodents. So we get calls of roof rats coming underneath and chewing on the wires of the solar panels. We have customers that have had kittens born underneath the solar panels.
Oh my goodness.
So we get all kinds of fun stuff underneath there. And those are always fun to remove and get rid of. But birds is always a problem.
All right, so let's talk about what this actually costs. Are we breaking the bank, or is this something that we can very easily budget for? Because we love to budget, right? So Daniel, what does this look like? Does it matter if I have a 1-story or a 2-story, first of all?
No, it doesn't.
Okay, does it matter how many panels I have?
That it does.
Okay.
That it does. So it does matter how many panels you have.
Okay.
It is pretty common in the industry to charge per panel. Our average range for homeowners, if you have about 20 panels, is going to be about $70+.
Bargain.
If you've got 30+ panels, you're looking in around to the 80 to 90 range. If you got 40+ panels, you're looking in the $100 range or more.
But that is still reasonable for what's being done? We're increasing our production
You're
value.
increasing your
They're
production
getting
value.
cleaned.
They're getting cleaned.
We're not having to get up on the roof in 111.
Right.
We love that you will. And,
Right.
and then we're paying PG&E less money for our usage.
So the average cost, like we said, ranges anywhere between as little as about $70 and it goes as much as $100+. It really depends on how many panels you have.
How long does it take?
It takes anywhere between 30 minutes to as much as an hour. Again, it just depends on how many panels your home has.
That's a dinner for a family
Right.
of 4. It's the same cost. It's a much
And you don't even have to tip me unless you want to, right? You don't have to tip unless you want to. But if you do skip on that dinner, have your panels cleaned, you're going to produce a lot more energy, which is going to translate into you paying less to PG&E for the energy that you're consuming.
which is the whole point for having solar anyway.
Right, so it's a win-win on both ends.
Yes.
We can clean them any time of the day. They are a tempered glass. So with the tempered glass on your solar panels, that allows us to come up there at any time of the day to go ahead and clean them. As far as the frequency of getting them cleaned, we recommend that you get them cleaned anywhere between May to all the way till October, November.
Okay.
Really look at your production level. When your production's decreasing, I would recommend getting them cleaned. You can always check us out on Instagram, solarcare_Bakersfield. Facebook, we're on there as well, and we're on website solarcarebakersfield.com.
All of the information is below.
right there.
And we'll see you next week.